Hi, welcome to today's video. So today's video is basically a monthly favorites video. This is more like a monthly favorites for the month of August slash shopping my stash sort of video, because a lot of the products that I'm going to be talking about are from my collection and not really the newest things released in the market. So it's kind of like a shopping my stash type of video. So yeah, so I had a cold and therefore it's almost like mid-September by the time I'm talking about my August favorites. But anyway, better late than never. So yeah, first off, let's start with the base products. So the primary foundation that I used for the month of August is this one from Revlon. This is the Revlon Photo Ready Candid Glow Foundation, and I have this in the shade 210 Natural Ochre. Now this particular foundation, I think I purchased it sometime last year, and it's steadily become like one of my favorite foundations. It's interesting because although it has the name glow in it, it's not extremely glowy dewy like some of the newer glow type foundations. So I personally think this foundation would work even if you have like oily skin or like combination skin, because it doesn't really look like, you know, extremely dewy to the point where you can tend to look a little greasy. So that way I'm pretty happy with this foundation. At the same time I have dry skin, so at the same time on my skin, although it's dry, it still kind of imparts this nice glow which looks very natural versus looking dewy. So it kind of looks very natural. It looks like natural healthy skin. So that's what I'm trying to get at. So yeah, I generally really enjoy this foundation, and it's been a while since I used it, which is why I decided to like go back and pick this one up for the month of August. So yeah, so if you have this in your collection, I highly recommend revisiting this product because it's really nice. It's easy to forget some of the older products that have been around for a while when you have so many new releases, especially foundation and tint type of products coming into the market, especially the early part of this year. I feel like there were so many of them. So yeah, this is actually a very nice product. So yeah, and it's pretty inexpensive as well. I think it's less than 10 bucks, $7-8 on Amazon, I believe. I think I recently checked the price. It's very inexpensive, so it's very nice. It's not fragranced as well. The only thing is it doesn't have SPF, which doesn't really bother me so much because I usually wear a separate SPF. So yeah, highly recommend this particular foundation. Now let's get to some of the blush products that I've been using. A lot of them are products that are from my blush collection, not too many new products actually. The newest product probably is this one. This is the Wonder Stick Dual-Ended Cream Blush Stick from NYX. This was actually released maybe like 3-4 months back, and I did review it when it was released. I think like the beginning of summer is when it came out. And this is basically like this, where you have like 2 shades, and I think this particular combination, which is bright amber and fuchsia, is like the darkest shade that's available in this range. I sort of initially had very mixed feelings about this product. I found that the cream product here was a little bit hard to blend with your hands, and it kind of like if you put a little bit here and once you start blending, you would notice that there would be some level of patchiness. But somehow, I don't know if it's like I broke through like a first layer or something, because when I went and used this a couple of times, I found that it's basically become more creamier. So I'm guessing maybe like the first couple of times, like there's like some sort of drying that happened on, the tip or something. I don't know. It just basically seems to get better as I progressively use it. So I'm guessing there was like some film or something which was a little bit harder to blend initially, and now like the creamier product is like further in the stick. I don't know. So yeah, it's been working out really well. I've actually enjoyed using this for the last month of August. And the way this product is actually marketed is where you use the lighter shade. For example, this one, you would use it on the top part of your cheek, and the darker shade would basically be placed a little bit more closer to your contour line, and you kind of blend these 2 shades together. I actually found it too much work to do, so I basically just use each of these shades individually and just blend it as like a normal cream blush. And yeah, it seems to work that way, and I kind of like it. And this is actually really nice to take traveling. I did go traveling in the month of August, and this was part of my travel makeup kit. So yeah, it's just very convenient. You have like 2 shades in one little compact stick form. So yeah, so this was a winner. It slowly became a winner. Initially I was not a fan. So that was the main cream product that I used, cream blush product. The other product is basically an old one, and this is from Too Faced. I'm not sure if they still sell this one. This is from the Too Faced, I think it was called the Fruit Collection, or the Fruit, yeah, these are basically called the Fruit Cocktail Blush Duos. And I have this in the shade Papaya Pop. Now, the reason why I decided to use it this month is because I wanted, so this is how it looks like. It's actually really pretty. And the reason why I decided to use it this month is because I wanted to make up my mind and see if I want to declutter this or not. Because yeah, at one point I was not really enjoying the blush so much, but recently I used it and I really like it. And what I've been doing is I've basically been using just this part. I don't like this shimmery section. I find that the glitter particles there are a little bit more chunky. So I kind of just concentrate my blush brush out here, and it seems to work really well. So that way it's been working out. And because I like it now, I think this is probably not going to get decluttered, which is a good thing, I guess. So yeah, so this stays in my collection and I've been enjoying this one. So this is the shade Papaya Pop. So yeah, if you have this blush, again, I highly recommend you take it out and try it again and see if you still love it. I kind of fell back in love with it. I was initially in love with it, then fell out of in love with it, and now I'm back in love with it. So let's see how that love story goes on. The next blush is from Almay. Now this is the Almay Healthy Hue blush in the shade Pink Flush. This one, I really like the formula of this blush. In fact, this was one of my favorite discoveries from last year. I think I bought this sometime last year and I really like this blush. It's a very beautiful formula. I like that. I think it's like a baked gelée type of formula. It is very much reminiscent of high-end formulas, just that the packaging is very drugstore, which is okay. The actual product is very nice. There's no powder kick up, nothing. It just blends in with your skin really well and gives this very beautiful flush, especially this color Pink Flush. It's there in the name as well. It gives you a very nice flush and it's just perfect, especially if you have my skin tone and you want like a nice, slightly warm pink flush to your cheeks. This is just perfect. I really enjoy this one. So yeah, I've been enjoying this and I highly recommend trying out this line of blushes from Almay. Nobody talks about Almay and I don't know what other products in their line are actually good. I kind of just happened to buy this by chance simply because I liked I don't know if you can see the pattern in there, and just generally the formula looked very interesting to me. So that's how I landed up buying it. And I think this product is also made in France or Italy or something. Yeah, I think it's made in Italy. Yeah, it's made in Italy. So it's a very nice drugstore product. And it's one of my top drugstore blushes actually. So I highly recommend this and I really enjoyed using it this month. So that was the Almay blush. The next one is from Kiko, which is actually a limited edition release, which unfortunately I don't think is available anymore. I highly recommend Kiko's powder blushes. They're generally very, very nice. I don't think I've had a dud blush from them so far, although their shades can be slightly repetitive. So this one is from the Tuscan Sunshine collection, and I have this in the shade 02 Tuscan Iris. Now this one is, the packaging is just gorgeous. As you can see, it's got like that shifty packaging, and I love the imprint in there as well. It looks like I barely used it, but I did use this quite a bit, and I'm impressed that the imprint is still there. So this is like this was like my neutral, easy to throw on blush. Like whatever crazy things I do with the rest of my face, you know, bold lip, etc., this is the blush I would just go to. And there's no need to think about it. It's a very nice, neutral, warm shade for my skin tone. So yeah, this end of course is a little bit light, so I would basically mix these two together to get my perfect like neutral blush shade. So yeah, so this was the other blush that I used, and yeah, I've been happy to dig back into some of my Kiko products. So yeah, that was the other blush. The other product again is also something I think which is not available in the market anymore, but if you do have it, I highly recommend that you take it out and use it. This is from Elizabeth Arden, and this is their Forever Bronze bronzing powder in the shade Deep. Now this one, although it's a bronzing powder, to me this is more like a super compact face palette, and that's exactly how I used it. I did take this with me traveling as well. I would basically use these two shades together mixed as like a bronzer. There's like a very nice highlighty shade there, and this is again another very beautiful neutral blush. So that's basically how I like to use this palette, although I think the intent is to like mix everything together and use it like a bronzer. But to me, this works beautifully as like an easy to take travel palette. So the blush shade, like I said, is very neutral, very beautiful on the skin. And these powders are extremely finely milled, silky soft. They really are high quality, and I really like this particular product. And I don't know if Elizabeth Arden has actually stopped with their color cosmetics products. I don't really see it much, at least in the US market. I don't know if they still have some of their makeup products in Europe. So I'm not sure what's happening, but I really wish they come back with some of their makeup products. They do have very high quality products. I do have quite a few of Elizabeth Arden's products. In the past I did have them, and they were all really good, very, very good quality. So yeah, yes, so the powder highlighter that I've been using has been this one here. It gives you the best lit from within type of glow. So it's been like a super fun palette to travel with because it has everything. It has a beautiful powder blush as well. So overall, I've been enjoying this one the whole of last month. Now, talking about highlighters, in addition to this one is like I said, it's a very you can build it up, but it's a very natural looking highlight. But if you want to amp it up, and whenever I wanted to amp it up, basically I would use this cream highlighter from Kiko. I did talk about this one in a video, I think 2-3 videos back, where I talked about like products I picked up from Kiko Milano recently. This was from their Festive Glow collection. I don't know if this is still available. This was part of their summer collection, and this is basically their Golden Star Cushion Highlighter. This is very reminiscent, everything from the packaging to, you know, the dispensing mechanism to everything, the actual product itself. It's very reminiscent of Charlotte Tilbury's light wands, I think that they're called. I really like this cream highlighter. It works beautifully if you want to build it up to like, you know, a very intense highlight, and also you can apply it lightly for like a very nice light highlight. Overall, I really enjoy this formula. What I like to do is I do use this sponge tip. I directly go onto my the high points of my cheek with the sponge tip, and then I use my fingertips to basically blend it into my skin. And this one has no glitter, no visible glitter particles. It's just a beautiful creamy sheen, so it really looks very skin-like. I have this in the shade 01. I believe they had this in 2 or 3 shades. I think it's 2 shades. I think one was more peach leaning and one was more like champagne gold. This is the more champagne gold type of one. And yeah, this is just a beautiful product. I'm very happy to have this in my collection. What else did I want to say about this? I wanted to say, oh yeah, this also, I think I want to try and see how this would perform if I mixed it in with a foundation. Like just dispense a little bit onto my hand and then put some foundation on top, mix and see, and apply and see how it goes, because it is extremely like very much like a pearl finish versus like glitter finish. So I think it might work really well mixed in with foundation as well. So that was the other highlighter that I used this whole month. Now let's get into some of the eye products that I've been using. So okay, so first let's talk about some powder eyeshadow products. So I basically stuck to 2 quads for the whole month of August. I wasn't wearing that much eye makeup, to be honest. So that the times in the month where I wanted to put something on, I was basically going to both of these. So the first one is from One Size. I'm not sure if this particular palette is still available. This was from their Christmas collection from 2021. This is the Golden Cocoa eyeshadow quad, and it's a very basic neutral quad, and the formula is not bad actually. It's a pretty nice, easy to use formula. I really like the mattes. I prefer the mattes to the shimmers. I do find the shimmers to be slightly chunky, but overall it's okay. It's still a very nice usable palette. I didn't notice any creasing or major fallout. There was some level of fallout with this particular shade, but this one works really well, and I really like the two mattes in this particular quad. And this is a very easy to take with you. I mean, not that travel friendly, it's a little thick, but still it's okay. It kind of fits in with the rest of my makeup. So yeah, I think you could potentially travel with it. It's a very nice, easy to use basic quad, and this is basically what I was using in the month of August. The other quad is a little bit more fun, and this is from ColourPop. This is from their Zodiac line, which I think they're discontinuing, and I did pick this up from their, you know, last call page or whatever it's called, the final sale page. And this is the Tender Loving Cancer, and I found this color story really unique, and which is basically why I picked it up. And it also has a very beautiful duochrome shade in here, which I love. I love the shade here. As you can see, when it catches the light, it does change. So yeah, this was what I was using a lot in the month of August. I really liked this quad. In fact, after using this quad, I decided to go back and pick up some more. And I think I mentioned the quads that I picked up in my last video. So yeah, so this was Tender Loving Cancer from ColourPop. So these were the two powder shadows that I used in the month of August. And in addition to that, I was really into my Kiko Milano shadow sticks, which again, I think I did mention in a couple of videos ago. These shadow sticks are just so easy to use. They're just those one and done, easy to use shadows. You don't need a primer. They stay put, especially if you have dry lids like me. These don't crease. They just work really well. And they're very well priced. I think they're like $10 or so. And they work just as well as any of the other higher end eyeshadow sticks that you can find in the market. So I have this in 3 shades, and I'm very happy with all of them. In fact, my favorite is this. I mean, I have 2 favorites here. The first one for like my neutral everyday type of looks, the shade 06, I believe. This one, it's just really gorgeous. I will insert the swatches if you want to take a look. This one is just beautiful, absolutely perfect for everyday, just quick swipe on your eyelids if you want to like quickly rush through your, you know, dressing up makeup process. This is perfect. And my more fun one is the shade 46 basically. This is like a duochrome one, and it kind of shifts between this mossy green and this purple, and it's just absolutely beautiful, and I really like it. And for the price, I think it's absolutely phenomenal. So I highly recommend the shadow sticks from Kiko Milano. The third one that I have is the shade 64. This is also very nice. It's a very nice warm copper shade, which I generally don't wear too much, so which is basically why it's the least love out of all of these, but I still like the formula. And yeah, it still looks really beautiful on. No, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I just don't tend to use that as much as the other 2. So those were the main eyeshadow products that I was using in the month of August. Now next we have all the lip products. So first off, again, I have a Kiko Milano lipstick. This was from their Festive Glow collection again, and this is the Make Me Queen lipstick in the shade 02. Again, I think I spoke about this lipstick in my most recent Kiko Milano video, where I talked about the, you know, all of these products. This one, it's like a nice warm pinky red, and the formula is okay. It's not, I've tried better formulas from Kiko Milano in terms of the lipstick formulation. This is creamy, but nothing to write home about. I don't know, I wasn't like too wowed by it. I really like the design of the packaging and the design of the actual product bullet, but the actual product was okay. Primer, I think one of the reasons why I'm not like that into this one is because when I purchased this product on the website, I think, yeah, it's on the Kiko Milano website, the shade looked more pink than red, and so I was kind of disappointed to see so much of red in the product when I actually got it in my hand. In fact, when I first opened it up and I saw the bullet, as you can see if you look at the bullet, it looks very much like a red, like a dark, like warm red. versus a pink. But on the website, it looked a lot more pink, and I really wanted a pink lipstick. So I think that disappointment is kind of making me go about this lipstick in general. So the formula is not bad, I have to say that. For the price, it's really good. But yeah, I think Kiko Milano usually does a better job with their lipstick formulas. I didn't find it to be too moisturizing. It's not a matte one. It's not a matte lipstick. It's more of like a satin finish. Although, you know, the name made me think that it might be more of a creamier lipstick. I don't know, maybe that too. Anyway, the shade is what disappointed me the most in that particular lipstick. But I did use that quite a bit in the month of August. Since I anyway bought it, I might as well use it. Now, the other two lip products, the lip product actually, which I've been using the most, and which is also what I have on my lips today, is from Can Make. This is from their Melty Luminous Rouge collection, and I have this in the shade 01. I love this shade. This is like a beautiful pink. It's like a milky pink. So if you're looking for a nice milky pink, a warm milky pink shade with not too much of a white base, and you know, you have yellow undertones like me, this lipstick shade is just perfect. This is absolutely perfect. This is like the perfect milky pink lipstick for my skin tone. So this is like one of my top favorite lipsticks in my collection. So I was very, very happy to use this one, revisit this one, and use it quite a bit in the whole month of August. The other two lip products are again drugstore actually. This one is from Essence, and this is from their This Is Nude collection. I believe they still have this collection, and this is actually a very good collection in my opinion. I love the shades in this collection, and I love the formula. For the price, the formula is just absolutely beautiful. It has a very nice creamy satin finish, and the shade 02 Happy is again more of like a pink shade. This is what it looks like. I really like this one. And yeah, I don't know, this summer I was just like, I wanted like a lot more pink shades for some reason. I think I kind of destroyed the bullet a bit. Let me just see. No, it's not broken yet. It's kind of a little bit wobbly in the tube, so I don't know, it might break soon. Anyway, I really like this formula, and yeah, it's super inexpensive. There are days when I've seen it on Ulta for like $1 or so, $1.50, and I think it's for full price, it's like $5 for the lipstick. So even at full price, it's a very, very good price for such a good product. So it's again one of my favorite drugstore lipsticks. The next one is from ColourPop, and this is their Fresh Kiss lip lacquer in the shade Scotch Kiss. I really like this one. I've heard very mixed reviews about ColourPop's lip products, and this is the first lip product that I have from ColourPop, and this one was pretty comfortable to wear, and I found that it was not drying, and it didn't really settle too much into my fine lines. So overall, I really like this one, and I like the shade as well. This is the shade Scotch Kiss. I just got some of it on my finger as well. So that's the shade Scotch Kiss, and yeah, can you see a trend? It's like pink, 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 and this is a bit too red for me, which is why I didn't like that one so much. So yeah, anyway, so this was the ColourPop Fresh Kiss lip lacquer. And like I said, I really like the formula. I didn't find it to be too goopy, or like, you know, that stickiness that you get with some lip lacquers. I didn't experience that with this. I kind of really like it. And yeah, actually, when I just now took it out, I didn't get the scent so much. The first time I used it, I did get the vanilla scent, which is again something which I don't mind. I don't like fruity scents, so that was also okay. So that's it, I guess. So those were the main products that I used in the month of August. I hope you liked this video, and I will see you again in another one. Bye.